Yesterday, we showed off the new debt collector troop in some farming raids, but the reactions were kind of mixed. So today, I'm going to give you guys some tips to get 100% more loot using the debt collector. So these guys are really awesome, but they're also pretty squishy and move really slow. So the first tip is you need a little bit of support with them, but also you need to know where the loot is. Remember, with tactical view, we can see exactly where all the loot is on a base. If we click on the collectors before we drop any troops or even the storages, it'll tell us exactly how much is in every single storage or collector, so you know exactly where the loot is on the base. But once you start using them, you want to have some kind of support unit with them, whether it's some giants or some balloons. Balloons probably not ideal. Some hog riders, which we'll show off a little bit later, or even some skeleton spells. You need something kind of out in front of them. That way they can just have a little bit of support. They're going to deal 4 times damage to those resource buildings, but they're going to take a little bit to get there. I mean, their movement speed is very slow. So they definitely need that support. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our giants to take advantage of that. But also you can use troops like the Grand Warden, and you can use the Royal Champion. And if you take off the Electro Boots, then you don't lose out on some of that potential loot, because you remember, you want them to grab as much of the loot as possible. They give you 100% loot when they collect it, so the more loot you collect with them, the better. Also, haste spells are going to be your friends with these new debt collectors, as they move very slow. So these are just some really basic run-of-the-mill tips here. I did completely miss this collector, but this is something to kind of get you started. And I think it's really tough to get all the loot on the base, but since we get 100% bonus, the loot adds up quickly, because if we miss those storages, we still got everything from those collectors. So a lot of times, if you can target resources on the outside of a base, that's going to benefit you more than trying to surge these guys into the middle. Goblin Knife is a thing, but they move so slow, you have to commit a lot of spell support or the Warden ability to make it happen. Another tip is to look for dead bases. Yes, this doesn't have that crazy million loot raid, but if we can get all of it with our debt collectors and it's all very accessible, it's going to be doubled. So try to find as many of those dead bases as possible. Now, sometimes you're going to have to go to lower leagues to find this, but it could definitely be worth it, as these guys are going to give you that loot bonus. That's the main thing here, is that loot bonus is definitely going to pay off. Remember, use your haste spells to your advantage just to get them kind of moving through there, because they are super slow. That is definitely something to keep in mind here. And then we can also even get the town hall if we save our Warden ability, kind of hold on to it here for a little bit. Let's just let them cook through there. All right, nice. We'll just go right in here and we'll go with the Warden ability. We can still even secure the town hall. So you can definitely farm with them and not lose trophies if you do it right. But again, once you double that loot up, you're going to be good. Another thing you can do with these guys is, if there's a lot of the resources on the inside, just snipe out the Dark Elixir. We all always need Dark Elixir, right? So use these guys to kind of just get that Dark Elixir, get it taken care of. Well, I guess maybe we'll get this Dark Elixir. Let's just use the Warden here. But use them to get the Dark Elixir on the bases, because doubling up that Dark Elixir is nice. I think these guys are going to be really great for like hero farming and even farming walls. Like, we should be able to have no problem with that. We get all that Dark Elixir real quick, and again, doubled up 17,000 just like that. One tip I was picking up from Itsu when he and I were talking about these troops yesterday was to actually use an army of mass hog riders, to use that to your advantage. So we're going to do just that right here. We're going to try out a mass hog army. Now on the Warden, I got Healing Tome and Eternal Tome, and then on our Royal Champion, I'm not actually using the Electro Boots, because I don't want those Electro Boots damaging all those resource buildings as we're going in here. Let's go ahead and let's hit the Warden ability and start working right on through there. We got tons of heals here. I haven't used just like mass hogs in so long. Let's see if we can make this work, guys. Let's see if we can make it work here. All right, let's go ahead and let's freeze this Royal Champion as she's doing some work. Let's hit this. Let's hit this. All right, we're cooking through. Okay, nice. We're literally getting cooked through here. All right, we got that top side of the base cleared out. All right, where's our Royal Champion? Okay, she's over there on the top. All right, let's go ahead and start. Let's deploy some of these guys on this top section right here, where we kind of started to go in initially. All right, good, fantastic. Good. All right, I think I went a little bit heavy on them, but that's okay. We can make it work. All right, we'll hit Royal Champion's ability. We'll haste Val right on through there. Nice, perfect. And then we'll just clean up this mess a little bit here. Although, I think I went a little bit too heavy in some spots. All right, let's just see what we could do. Okay, and then we can actually use King and Queen to work right on through here. All right, that was my first time trying the hogs. Not gonna lie, I don't mind it. All right, oh, we get a wall breaker these guys in. We do bring a couple wall breakers to help them out, so definitely use that to our advantage. Get them in there so they can actually get some of those resources that we cleared out with our hog riders. All right, that's good. I feel like maybe a more surgical deployment on the hogs could be good, but I don't know. For the first initial go there, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. We did leave a whole section of the base up over here, but let's just see what that looks like. I mean, that was pretty solid. Let's see if we can get some huge loot using mass hog. All right, guys, check this one out here. Tons and tons of loot. I was just trying to figure out where to go in. I think either way doesn't matter too much. We can actually probably go ahead and drop our heroes down here, our king and queen rather, down here on the bottom side. Just kind of let them work through here, and then we can just bring in our hogs right through here and let them kind of work. I'm actually going to go ahead and deploy a battle drill in with our hog riders here. I think that's going to be really nice because we'll get that extra stun right in there. Okay, we did not deploy the warden. That's okay. That's okay. We're not panicking about it. We're fine. We're fine. We're letting them cook. All right, let's go ahead and let's heal up top here. I'm going to actually freeze this, and then let's just keep on pushing through the middle of this base. We'll hit the king ability there. We did take out a few of those gold with the mines over there. Oh crap, I got distracted trying to talk. Oh my goodness, we lost all the hogs. We lost all the hogs. All right, let's hit warden ability there. We literally lost all of the hogs. All right, royal champion's still working. All right, let's get these guys working in here. Let's go ahead and go like so. And I think honestly what we could maybe even do is just heal them right in through here and just go with a nice big setup there. Okay, we're fine. We're cooking. All right, we got to get through town hall a little bit here. Okay, nice. We're going. Okay, royal champion's through there. She's fine. Let's freeze that stuff there so she can kind of work. Let's actually use a lightning spell to help out a little bit. Also, trying to save her ability as long as possible here. All right, there we go. We get a few more hogs up. All right, king on the board is a little bit annoying. That's okay. All right, we still got everything working through here. Okay, nice. Just getting through this back end over here. Okay, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge here, guys. A little bit of a hodgepodge. See if we can get this town hall down. Kind of need just like one more wall breaker here, huh? Just like one more wall breaker would be incredible. But we get most of the loot here, so we'll take it. Actually, we're gonna get all the loot. We're gonna get a 3-star on the board if we want it. We'll take it. We'll take it. I actually don't care if we 3-star or not. It's not bad. We can do better. All right, let's bump it up to Town Hall 17 and see what we can do here at Town Hall 17, guys. Definitely gonna be a little bit harder, but could be worth it here. I'm trying to pull this poison out here. Okay, nice. And I kind of want to try to pull this poison out here. And then I think we're just going to full send right on through here like so, like so. I'm going to go ahead and warden ability early here. All right, that way we can just get them all protected. Almost kind of need some headhunters there, but things are fine. All right, let's just let them all work. All right, nice. We're going. We're cooking. All right, we'll get through some things. All right, I'm just going to keep these hogs just healing the whole time here. That's really the goal. Keep them healing up here. All right, we do have an overgrowth, which the town hall is upgrading. Don't need to really worry about that too much. No overgrowth right over here, actually. All right, and then let's go ahead and let's see. Can we get through the top? All right, I'm going to pop her ability so she can like speed on through here a little bit. All right, nice. Let's go through there. All right, royal champion, do some positive stuff here. She gets blown up. That's not super positive. All right, let's go there with the skeleton spell. And then let's start working in here. Start getting some of these resource buildings out. Except for, I feel like all the resources are in the middle, huh? Yeah, and we don't have another wall breaker. Dang it. Okay. Hold on. Let's send king and queen over here. Let's send queen here. I didn't mean to pop her ability. We did, though. We did. That's okay. I mean, we get a bunch of these guys that are going to the middle. That's pretty important. As long as they're going in there. Send in queen here. Oh, that's giant bombs. Send in queen there. We're working. That single's going to be a little bit annoying. Let's go ahead and let's pop king ability. That'll open things up a little bit. But I think we got to get to the middle here. We got to get to the middle and get this all working. All right, I'm going to send them in here. And they'll eventually get in there. Except for queen's eating up some of our storages. All right, so I got to find the balance of getting these guys in the middle while getting all the loot. That's a tough balance. It's a tough balance. I mean, we're going to do pretty good here. It looks like we should have a 3-star on our hands. But yeah, we definitely got to figure that out. All right, a little bit tricky. I mean, there's only 5,000 left. I'm going to go ahead and end. not too shabby. We can do better. All right, I actually just hopped over to the rushed account, and I feel like we can have some success over here. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go in. I'm gonna start right here with this, and then let's go ahead and let's start in with a bunch of hogs. Let's just send them. Let's just send them in here. All right, warden this. All right, nice. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna warden ability because we're gonna get a little bit of a split here, but that's fine. We're not sweating that. All right, let's put in a few debt collectors here. Okay, let's go ahead and let's just let the hogs work. Let's let the hogs work. Actually gonna rage them through this town hall. Town hall 17, we don't have the poison, so we don't have to worry about that. That's great. Okay, things are looking good. We just gotta clean this up before the hogs clean up too much of it. And that's a problem because there's storages in the middle. We kind of actually needed the hogs to die a little bit here. The hogs are actually too OP for the rush base. All right, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Can we get in here faster? Go, guys, go faster. Okay, okay. No, don't let the hogs get that. Don't let the hogs get that. Oh, there was a hole right there. Oh no, the hogs are gonna steal all of our loot. It's so hard like balancing because you want obviously the debt collectors to get all the loot. It's so hard like trying to balance it all. It really is. All right, our hogs are working. Our debt collectors on the bottom. We got skeletons going. I guess let's just poison these skeletons. Let's heal the debt collectors because we can. Okay. We got the hogs down there working on defenses. Debt collectors are trying to get to the storages before the hogs. They're going. Oh no, there's a bunch of storages up there. There's a bunch of storages up there. We get a minute 30. Go, debt collectors, go. Maybe we need a jump. I don't know. The storage, I didn't think about the storages. Storages are definitely going to be a problem. Hogs are going to come steal our loot. Okay, well, at least we got all the loot here because that would suck. I mean, at Tunnel 17, I was having a little bit of problems with it, but I think on the rushed account, that's the move. I did have to boost because my hogs were level 1. We get all the loot. What's the total there? Oh, nice. Nice, guys. We can do better. All right, guys. I don't know. Maybe we can't do too much better. I've been nexting for a while. I got to get this video out to you guys eventually. So I think at some point we just gotta go. We just gotta go. All right, let's just run in a bunch of hogs here. Let's go ahead and let's just work this in. All right, nice. Let's just let things go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit warden ability here. And then let's see, we got a few more hogs over here that we can use. I'm gonna actually put the skeleton spell in here, put the hogs right on top there. And then let's go here, let's go heal here, heal. Okay, nice. We're working, we're cooking. We need through that. Okay, nice, we get through the cannon. Looking good. Let's get there. All right, there's some holes in the space, right? There's some holes somewhere. All right, let's open that up. Let's open this up. Oh, there's a hole right in here. Okay, nice. We have another heal. Let's heal up the hogs. I was kind of trying to let some hogs die, not gonna lie. We kind of need some of these hogs taken out. That way they're not stealing all the good loot. All right, we got some stuff. We got some things working. All right, let's wall breaker here. Okay. Let's see, let's put this in here. I know it's gonna take damage, but that's fine. Okay. We got our guys walking around here. They're working, they're cooking. Let's jump these ones in here. Yeah, sure, that'll work. Okay, and then like everything else will just work up top. This will probably be our best one. It's really hard to get them being the debt collectors to go exactly where you want them and grab all the loot. That's definitely the hard part. I should have probably like jumped to the town hall here. Should have probably did that. That would have been nice, huh? All right. But it looks like everything's working through here. I'm just gonna get to the town hall. All right, go guys, go. Ideally, we want the debt collectors to take the town hall. I don't think they're going to. Yeah, RC's gonna take it. Okay. Let's see. 3 million. That's probably about it. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully, these steps help you guys use the debt collectors a little bit better.